Hello guys, welcome to Clockwork Noodles' first ever midway season review. In this review, we are going to be looking at my favourite 3 EDs, OPs, and the top 3 anime. I might sneak an occasional dark horse or a special mention in. We are going to essentially compare at the end in my big wrap-up, I always do a big season wrap-up, how things have changed. The thing to bear in mind is if you're not happy with the rankings, things can actually change by the end, but this is mainly the top 3 anime will change. I won't be doing a OP and ED rejig at the end of the season because they won't change. Before we get going, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel to keep receiving weekly updates on all the animes, all the breakdowns going your way. And if you have found me for the first time, hello, welcome. I am Clockwork Noodles. We break down anime on the channel, anything seasonal where we look into colour, composition, music, anything. Anything that essentially gets me excited or I want to talk about it. Before we get going, there's also a Discord channel for you guys to sneak. You can hide, lurk, do whatever you need to do. You essentially get notified whenever videos go up on the channel, so you are always constantly in the loop. I plan to build and make it bigger when we start gathering more noodlings. So let's get to it. This is the halfway review for spring 2021 anime release. I'm really excited to bring this to you. Let's start at the open. Top 3 OPs. These will be OPs for certain reasons. I'll try and give you a little bit of information on the OPs as we go into them. Let's start at number 3, and we're going to go into Shadow's House, an anime that I really regret not bringing to you guys. I really regret this. I wish I could go back in time and swap out Zombieland Saga for this, because this anime has got me hooked. I am literally excited whenever a new video goes out with Shadow House. The OP, A Hollow Shadow, is actually from the original soundtrack. So it has been built in to sound the way that it does. And you can tell because all the music for Shadow's House all has that same creepy vibe. What is very important to bear in mind with Shadow's House's OP is the order in which all the characters are presented to you. If you then flick through to the ED, which funnily enough I'll be mentioning in a bit, you will notice that everything is reversed, which is a very key thing to bear in mind. These are, because I can't actually break this one down with you guys, I'm actually watching it on my own. Little key nugget of information. Keep an eye on the way things are presented. This is an anime which is really toying with the idea of mirroring. So, fantastic anime. If you are not watching it already, please do. Number 2 on my list is Moriarty the Patriot's 2nd season OP, Twisted Hearts. Once more, we have Tatsuya Hatanaka bringing us a fantastic rendition. The thing I really am impressed with is they kept all the music the same. The OP is written by the same guy, the OED written by the same band. This, of course, is written by Denki. If you're watching My Hero Academia this season, it is Denki, it is his voice actor, and I adore the fact that they have used the same person. The OP itself is very cleverly littered with little hints of what's going to happen. You will see I'm using some of the footage from the first OP just because there's not too much floating around for the second OP just yet. But the OP for Moriarty the Patriot is very key. Lots of new features being floated around. Lots of very sneaky iconology going on as well. A lot going on that you need to keep your eyes peeled for. Absolutely love it. Personally, still really like the original OP, but this one definitely has my attention. Number 1, which is going to be a bit of a theme coming up, you might notice this one floating around, is Masahiro no Oto. We are going with the OP Blizzard. This anime, oh my god, I absolutely adore this anime, and there's probably nobody actually watching it. For the people who are watching it though, it is definitely making the rounds. Everybody is praising it for just amazing storytelling that it is. You may not have any interest in the shamisen whatsoever, but I tell you, this anime is gorgeous. As well, if you are a big Reina fan from Attack on Titan, the brother is Attack on Titan's Reina's voice actor, so lots of little things. The Blizzard OP itself sets the tone, it sets the scene, it actually sets out quite a bit of a introduction to the musical instrument in question. I can definitely tell you that there are a lot more people now saying the word shamisen than there were before the season ever began. And that is the OP. OPs. These won't be changing. These are the ones which I can't stop playing, the ones I keep going to. The special award that I would have liked to have mentioned is Zombieland Saga Revenge. The special mention going to those guys, which, here we go, is Tiger Yo Tomo ni Naita Kuri, which is sung by the band themselves. So, little special mention to them. Zombieland Saga using Fran Choo Choo to actually sing the OP and ED. Great take. I think most idol anime should do this because it gives you a bit more music from the band that is playing. So those are the OPs. Let's go to the close and discuss my top 3 EDs. Now, my top 3 EDs were a little bit more easier to put into alignment. I struggled with my top 3. Also, bear in mind, guys, that I'm not watching every anime out there. So this is my personal list of stuff that I am watching. So if you think the My Hero Academia one should be up there, I haven't checked it out yet. I still need to watch season 4. So these are just my own opinions. The top 3, which is a lot easier because I've been playing these ones over and over again, and some of these I just can't get out of my head. Let's start in 3rd position, and pretty much like the OPs, yes, it's back to Shadow's house we go. With my favourite, I actually prefer the OP to the ED, which is going to be a running theme. I really love the EDs we're getting this season. We are going to Nai Nai by Rei Na, and this is a fantastic, as I already said, reverse of everything you have just seen in the OP. All of the ordering is now backwards, and this is essentially the ongoing theme when it comes to Shadow House. I definitely recommend you go and watch it because this is an anime which has nailed its vibe. It's nailed its creepy factor. Something is going on and you know it's not gonna be good. I am very excited to see where the anime in general goes. I think the end is a really nice way of tying up the episode, tying up what you've just seen, and just it's got that creepy factor, especially ending on that breakdown, ending on that broken glass sound, and then the shatter, ending the mirror at the end. Fantastic OPED. Really recommend if you haven't already, go and check it out. In 2nd place, an anime which isn't getting enough attention, even though it is very peculiar, is Mars Red, and we are going to have On My Own by Hyde. I actually can't stop listening to this song. I don't know why. It's become an earworm. It just sounds good. I'm also a really big fan of Hyde. Probably a little bias on that sense. But Mars Red not really getting the attention it probably deserves. The entire anime plays out like a musical, like a tragedy. It feels like we're in acts. We're going through the story in acts. It's about vampires and the Japanese government and the army and on the streets. It's got a creepy vibe. It's an anime I can't quite break down enough, but I definitely think if you've got a bit of spare time, it's worth at least checking out the first few episodes. The ED itself, giving you that vibe, giving you a bit of a hint at what's going on and who the main characters certainly are. It's a bit more of a spoilery kind of one. In 1st position, the song that is already on my playlist, it's already there, already got it. That is Masahiro no Oto again. I'm sorry, it has to be up here. This is Until I Wake from Dreaming, and this is by Milia Kaito and the Yoshida brothers. I've got a really fun picture of the Yoshida brothers eating pizza. This song is absolutely beautiful, as is most of the anime. And it completely does a 360. It sings you out using the shamisen as well to play us out. The shamisen can also be heard in Mars Red this season as well. A few animes starting to use the shamisen. Let's just say once you hear the sound and you're kind of familiar with it, you start to hear it more and more in different animes. I have to put it at the top of the list. I think it is perfect for what it is trying to do. I think you couldn't have picked a better ED for an anime about the shamisen, about trying to pursue something that may not be the best for you. It's got a lot of those themes going through it, pursuing a sound which isn't your own, pursuing the past. Lots of topics involved in Masahiro no Oto. The idea of overcoming loss, the idea of trying to find your own way, your own sound. Really definitely recommend it. Those are my top OPs and EDs. I have to give some special mention to 86. 86's ED is written by my king, of course. It is Hiroyuki Sawano. I adore this man to pieces. This is Reconciliation, and I have to mention it as my special mention. 86 is doing its best this season to portray and fill in the gap of the military anime, the military drama, and it's doing a great job, so definitely going to put it up there for my special recommendation. Now, let's go into the big one. Let's go into my top 3 anime of this season, halfway edition. So these are the animes which may change. Some animes may drop the ball, get worse. They might start powerful, end bad. Or we might have a few which have been plodding along and then suddenly they get really good. Am I expecting this list to change? Yes, I think it might. We will start with 4th position. This is the Dark Horse. Last time the Dark Horse ended up in 2nd place. So this is Shadow's House. I'm putting it in 4th position because I think it needs to do something a little more just to get anywhere onto the top 3. But it is doing a fantastic job nonetheless. You've got a creepy atmosphere. You've got a mystery going on. You've got really spooky situations where you've got these dolls, which I don't think are dolls, and you've got these creepy shadow people going on where why are the shadow people confined to rooms? What is a debut? What is the creepy factor we're getting that some of these dolls are acting nice then suddenly not nice, and they can convey the feelings of their human. There is something definitely going on, and like I've said with the OPED, both are fantastic songs, and it's absolutely clever to hide the little trick of mirroring within your OPED, because that is the key theme when it comes to Shadow's House. That is an anime I'm keeping an eye on because it could raise itself in the ranks. Let's go to the top 3 now. In 3rd position, you're probably expecting it, Masahiro no Oto is in 3rd place. A lot would need to happen for it to raise the ranks, but at the same time, I'm not putting it past it. This is an anime confronting the idea of loss. A boy ends up running away to the big city in pursuit of trying to recreate his late grandfather's sound. It is a beautiful anime. It is powerful. It shows you the power of music, and all of the musical production that they do, they don't just naff out and give you the same song over and over again. They actually give you full-blown pieces which are performed absolutely gorgeously. You know they've hired a shamisen player to play all these pieces. It's a beautiful anime, and I also have no doubt thinking that anytime you see them actually playing the shamisen, the hand movements, all of the hand bits and pieces, I have a feeling they're actually accurate. In 2nd position, making us all cry this season, To Your Eternity. It has to be up there. It's the anime I was absolutely excited to get my hands on. We had it delayed. It didn't come out last season. And I think that actually worked in its favour. It didn't have to clash with the Titan that was Attack on Titan. There was a lot of big names last season where I think it would have been easier to go unnoticed. This season, To Your Eternity is making us all feel the feels. And it is a beautiful sound journey. I cannot express enough how beautiful the music is with this anime. The music does so much for the episodes. Go check out my breakdowns because I can actually tell you in those breakdowns what the music's doing, why it's doing what it is. Fantastic sound score, fantastic narrator, because obviously my boy Kenjiro Suda is in the narration spot and they use the narrator very, very cleverly. This is an anime I expect is probably going to give number 1 a complete run for its money. So at this point, I don't know how the final 3 are going to sit. And let's go to 1st position. They may have dropped the Titan from their running last season, but I think they did a good job, and I think they've done an amazing choice with the anime they have brought to the forefront. Which studio brings us Vivi Fluorite Eyes song, and it's also the anime where this anime is so well drawn, the artwork is so fantastic. I've got to say it's one of the best looking animes this season. Definitely recommend check out their Instagram because they are posting a lot of the sequences to show you how a picture is composed, how they end up with the final image, and they're showing you parts of the original animation to show you bits and pieces, which is really, really great. This is an anime about the AI uprising and trying to prevent the AI war that is coming for humanity. It's all about time traveling, going back into the past, trying to alternate and deal with singularity points. I think there's a lot of hints and vibes from things like Steins Gate in this anime. It's got a lot of Detroit Become Human vibes. If you love that game, you almost definitely like this as well. I am adoring Vivi Fluorite's Eye song, and I'm happy to put it in first place for now. It could drop the ball, so I am keeping an eye on it. It's an anime where it started so strong. I am worried that it could drop the ball later on. Last but not least, let's go into my recommendations and my final thoughts. I want to give a little shout out to Backflip, the anime, doing a bit more than I thought it would. An anime about men's rhythmic gymnastics you may not think is your thing, but if you are a Levi Ackerman fan from Attack on Titan, there is a beautiful Easter egg because his voice actor plays the green-haired boy. I cannot remember his name off the top of my head. There is a bit when he wakes up screaming, "Is it a raid?" I think he's got an Easter egg and a bit of trauma from perhaps the days of fighting in the Scouts. But actually a very beautifully animated Backflip with a lot of beautiful images within their CGI mix as well. Fantastic anime to check out if you get bored. Zombieland Saga as well, having another, what I call an Attack on Titan Easter egg. And it is the same studio, so it makes sense. Kotaro rocking Eren's hairstyle from Attack on Titan's final season. And even having a very down moment where it could basically have him saying Tatakai and it would fit. Kotaro basically pulling along Zombieland Saga. Really great this season. 86 gets a mention for Hiroyuki Sawano, of course, and the fact that it is doing a great job of telling us a story with two sides. And it is a very painful anime after episode 4. So definitely prepare yourself with 86. I think it's going to do a 360 very quickly and hit us in the feels. Of course, mentioning all of my favourites like Shadow's House, definitely check it out. Masahiro no Oto, absolutely blown away with how amazing that anime is. To Your Eternity, continue watching this one. I think it's going to become an instant classic. Vivi, well, which studio really can draw? Odd Taxi. Now, this is one I'm going to quickly throw into the mix as my little oddball. Odd Taxi is definitely getting some hype with people likening it to having almost Quentin Tarantino style dialogue, and definitely kind of theorizing whether it's an analogy for something. With the latest episode, and I'm writing this script after episode 4 has gone up, with the episode with the boy and the social media and the gacha games and spending money on online gaming, I definitely can see where people think this is an analogy for something. I think it is worth your attention for sure, and if you're not into furries or anything, don't worry, neither was I, but this anime has my attention fully fixed. So that is all for my midway review. I hope you guys have had some fun, or at least found some more things to go check out. I definitely recommend you check out anything I put on this list. At least if it's a song, it's at least 4 minutes of your time just chilling out, checking it out. And I think this season is definitely an amazing jam-packed season. There is a lot of talent coming out this season, so it is going to be hard to see where the top 3 end up. Join me in about 6 weeks to see where we are. How is the standing going to change? I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and all of your support. This, of course, is a video where I can talk to everybody and not just you guys in your retrospective animes that come out. So thank you to everybody who has been supportive. It's been a really harsh first half of the season for me with laryngitis. I'm pretty much nearly over it now. I occasionally would get the odd little fit of coughing just because I have asthma, so it affected my breathing in a really bad way. But thank you for being so supportive. Thank you for all the messages of support. You guys have really helped me cheer me up. I felt really bad ending up delaying the schedule and we went completely off target completely, but we are pretty much near enough there now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye.